Way out here, and today was an amazing day. Not gonna lie though, it did start off pretty rough. I'm not a chaser, like I don't have that like fear of missing out kind of thing. I've been practicing that for a long time. Especially controlling your emotions in the market is one of the most important things we're gonna have to learn. I still am struggling with it today, man. I'm just gonna run through pretty much what happened today. The trade I actually ended up taking and why I took it, all that good stuff, so we can get it, so you can learn from my mistakes, man. Learn from me. Number one, I just wanted to say I'm so thankful to the Lord, man, for just showing me this. It's like I remember, like, for the longest time when I was a kid, my brother was in the stock market, and I thought it was so stupid, man. I was like, there is no way someone so dumb like me can learn this. Like, this is just, I don't know. I felt like it was just like science, like I don't know how the hell, I don't know what I'm doing. I was looking at the market like, where the heck is this going? And God put a vision in my head, man, to chase my dream, to chase the dream of being able to provide fully for my family, and just being the best man I can be, and just being able to give people more, and I just want to say, if you don't include God in your trades, man, include God in your trades, include God in everything in your life. He's changed everything for me. He's made me a better person. Every single day I'm striving to be a better person because of him. And the market, man, it's just, he's with me. It just grows my relationship even more with him. Seeing what he does. I don't know how else to explain it any other way. But let's get into the market, okay? Show you guys pretty much what happened today. We obviously know, if you were in the market this morning, there was a massive drop this morning. So we're gonna go back to 9:30, okay? So, as you guys know, here's the 15-minute candle. Set it up for you guys. I do the 15-minute orb strategy along with Confluence, the most important thing you can do. It's a strategy that consistently works, and you're gonna see a lot of money coming from it. Okay, so let's just use this one actually. All right, so number one, also, I am not an advisor. Don't listen to a word I'm saying. I'm stupid, remember? Don't listen to me. Maybe this is just for entertainment purposes only. But what I'm going to show you is pretty much what happened, all right? So we got the higher high, lower low of the 15-minute candle, which is what we want to know. That's how we trade, right? So it's difficult sometimes. Like I said, the confluence has to be there. Everything has to be there. Where the heck are we? Jeez and Louise, guys. I am sorry. All right, where am I? 9:30. Okay. Oh, now I need to redo it. All right, hold up. 1 second, we're gonna go to the 15 one more time here. What am I doing? Jason, we're on 9:25 and 9:30. Where the heck is the candle now? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is your boy over here. All right, so we have the high right here. Okay. Sorry about that. So we have the high at, today is the 25th, so we have the 9:30 candle right here. And I was probably doing it a completely wrong one, so you guys can get a laugh out of my last one here. All right, so we have a high and a low. This is your actual high and low. Okay, so 9:30, 9:25, we started with 9:30 a.m. New York time, all right? So we have our high right here, we have our low right here, and this is what we make our trades based off of, okay? So as you guys can see, we saw a pretty significant drop, at that point this morning, it was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching it, I was like, geez, I don't chase things. This is what I was saying in the beginning of this video. I don't chase stuff. I don't like to chase stuff. It's stupid, some people do it. I know people who get a lot of money doing it. I just personally, I'd rather, follow the protocol, follow the rules, and actually make, money almost every single time, with God, and that's just personal preference. You don't have to. But as you guys can see, we come down, we set a lower low, which is actually right here. And I'm sitting right here waiting. I'm waiting if we're gonna continue downwards. It already dropped like $100 and something to that, 100 ticks, I should say, yeah. It could have dropped way more than this. So I personally sit and wait, right? So I'm sitting over here, and like I tell you guys, I wait for a closure underneath the lower low or a closure above the higher high. There was nothing like that today. There was, obviously other than right here. And this was actually at 10:20 in the morning. So I saw a closure right here. I had entered in right here, right? I entered in right there. And I was waiting. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I was looking for a pretty decent trade today because I had figured that we had made such a drop that we were gonna continue upwards for the day. I made a little bit of, I don't remember exactly where I got. I think I got out like right here. And I stayed out for a while. I'm gonna be honest, because I realized real quick that like it was not going the way I wanted it to. As far as how this was moving. If you guys can see, it goes up. We had a closure, right? I jumped it right here. Goes up, came down, tested my stop loss area, went back up, tested it again, and at this point, if I remember right, I got out like right here just because I didn't think it was going to continue going at that point. So I was like, I'm not going to continue being in the trade. I like to see it worked. I like to cut my losses short. If I am going to lose, I'd rather lose with a small amount rather than a big amount. No, I didn't lose that trade if I remember right though. But I want to show you guys, this is a big trade. I actually was watching this throughout the afternoon. And like that's why I'm not going to go over that small trade. There's not even a point. It wasn't really that much money. But this trade right here, it was. So I knew dang well, I was watching it throughout the afternoon. I always keep my laptop on, and as I've told you guys in the past, I don't really like trading in the afternoon, but if I do see a trade as I'm sitting around, I was chilling with my dog, and I saw this absolutely amazing trade happening, and I'm gonna show you guys, I literally caught this. So number one, it flew all the way down. Now, we know dang well, because of how it was going up this morning and throughout the afternoon, that it most likely wanted to continue upwards, you know what I mean? So I'm seeing this as a pure liquidity grab, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys remember, but the other day I mentioned to you that 2-tick situation, right? It came down about right here. And I know this was probably one of the riskiest things I could have done. But I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys, be honest, what I did today and how I got my steal. I got $1,600 today, so I ain't gonna complain. But as you guys can see, it came down to this area at about 10 a.m. And I always look for lines of liquidity, things that like, you know, where it could be going, what it could be getting liquidity from, because they can flop at any moment and go back the other way, and that's what I was waiting for as I was watching it here. I saw a full reversal of this candle right, if you guys look, right here, we have a candle body closure right here. Obviously that means nothing, but I realized, I'm gonna be honest, that there was a 2-tick situation going on. I don't know why, it always works for me. And again, I'm an idiot, don't listen to me. I'm gonna tell you what I did, all right? So we see the 2-tick, right? So it ended right there at 452, and if we zoom in, right here, this went to about 453, 454-ish. I jumped in at, I think it was like right here, because I saw the reversal happening, not that the 2-tick situation was like the most confluent trade I could have taken, but I jumped in up here when I saw that the 5-minute candle was going upwards, because that's what we got to make sure, right? We want to see confluence. I jumped in, I'm pretty sure it was at 81, and I'm not gonna lie, I got scared. Dip up my stop loss right here, and again, don't make the same mistakes I do. Don't do the stupid stuff I do. I tell you what I do, because I've been doing this for a little while now. You know, if I had my stop loss right here, I wouldn't have lost that much. It was like 400, 500 bucks. It is what it is. I would move down with the day. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you what I do, and I'm being brutally honest and saying, was this a great trade to take? Probably not. You know, it probably wasn't. But I also, based off of the year of experience I've had, I knew that we were heading into the order block. We saw that 2-tick situation happening, and not only that, we saw a complete reversal. You know, and at that point, I just held and I got out up here. So it was somewhere up there. It was a great day. I can't complain, you know, and again, I just want to say thank you to God, you know, for showing me something and just showing me really where the market's going. And that's something I really wanted to add as well, is that, you know, once you understand where the market is going, things will start to make a lot more sense, and you're gonna have a lot less fear, you know, if that makes sense. So like today, for example, right, we know dang well, what's this most likely gonna do, like even throughout the afternoon through tomorrow morning? It's probably gonna head up more. You know, it's probably gonna go up higher highs now, because it came right back down into this order block for where this reversal happened this morning, because we've been on a downtrend for a little while now, as you guys can see, for the past few days. And we're most likely, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it's probably going to continue upwards at this point. Maybe not, maybe we'll make a big drop. Maybe Al's wrong. I mean, I'm not a guru, I'm not a trained professional here, but I can just assume that it's probably going to continue heading upwards. I make trades based off of how I make trades. I have good risk management, I try to. Gosh, burping over here, Jesus. But I have good risk management, I try to, and you know, if I lose a trade, I mean, it is what it is. I keep moving on, and I know that God's gonna provide, and we're gonna figure this out together. You know, I just figure I wanna show you guys my trade, what I did today. Not selling you a course, I don't care to. I'm just showing you guys pretty much what's going on, and you know, again, please just study liquidity points, study where the market's going to go grab liquidity, you know, and especially knowing where the market is going, it helps tremendously. And if you guys can see, we are in a negative today, so this morning it makes complete sense that we had a big initial drop, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna be negative very long. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I'll be making a video tomorrow for you guys, and hopefully we have a $2,000 win tomorrow. We're gonna find out. I hope so. I pray so. And we'll see what happens. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.